Hi, I'm Greg with Profo, joined with my brother Ed and John, and we're just going to talk a little bit about the value of the right kind of glaze mixture. We're doing a little faux quartered oak today. This is what we call our cartoon glaze. It was put up the day before, and it's made up of a mixture of our scumble glaze. We use 3 parts scumble glaze, 1 part open time to help retard the mixture a little bit, and 1 part of interior house paint. And that's our basic color. And we just rolled it on and used a rubber comb to create the background grain. And then you can use a series of these rubber tools or a pink pearl eraser to carve out some of the flakes, we call them, in quartered oak. And then after you carve with that tool, another little light combing with a fine teeth kind of brings it up to this stage. What we really wanted to show you was the overglazing today. For that, we're going to take 3 parts of the scumble glaze, 1 part of the open time, and 2 parts of the paint, because we want it to be a little bit more opaque. So Ed's going to start rolling the top in that glaze mixture, and I'll handle the bottom as he brings it down. We're using a mohair roller for a nice lint-free and uniform application of the glaze. The glaze goes on at a spread rate of probably 300 or 400, maybe even as much as 500 square feet per gallon. We've also used the frog tape, which gives us a nice sharp line, and it doesn't mar the old finish. So the little bit of open time that we have in this mixture will give us the kind of workability we need for a long panel. Typically for doing doors, the pieces are much shorter and you may not need the open time in your mixture at all. But for larger work, we find it just keeps it open long enough. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and marry up the bottom. As I start this, Ed will begin using a triangular rubber comb and using the medium teeth first. That will show some of the cartoon underneath. All we're really trying to do is put a pore structure on top of the figure that we already created. One thing to keep in mind too when you're doing this is to stagger the overlaps a little bit. That's one thing. So Ed's going to kind of sawtooth our stagger marks, and I'm going to carefully work into his work. The other important tip is to wipe your comb off each time you use it with a cotton rag, and that will keep you from accidentally redepositing glaze where you don't want it on the wall. And one last tip, we took one of the rubber combs and sacrificed it. We cut it up with a razor knife so we could have a piece that would fit flush against the moldings. So we'll use that piece up against the straight work. And then that's the first overglaze combing that we do. And then we're going to follow that immediately with the fine tooth comb. This time we're going to offset it a little bit. So we're going to start with that little nubbin piece. And this will offset our combing so we don't give away the width of our tool just easily. So. This is pretty much just a straight up and down combing. We're not trying to get any moire effect. That's already been done in the cartoon glaze. So if you get a little accidental moire, that's okay. And then we'll pull our tape because we don't need it at this point. You know what, we'll leave this piece on here, Ed. I think that is the, for the B.
Okay.
And then maybe we'll just move the staff away so you can see how it ties in with the other pieces. Okay. I don't know if we can just scoot this out of the way just a little bit. There we go. So this is the area we actually joined together, and it's pretty imperceptible. So if we have to, sometimes we'll go back with a steel comb and lightly just marry the two pieces together so you can't really tell the top from the bottom. But that one came out fine. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you get a chance to use some of the slower water-based glaze on your next project. Thanks for joining me.